All right, hello everyone. Thanks for joining in the stream. How you doing? I added a little text down there, to say if you join, say hi, because I want to see when people join the stream. Because people just sneak in. They sneak in and they think we wouldn't notice, and we don't notice, to be fair. So that's why I wanted to say, if you join, say hi, introduce yourself. Why are you here? What do you expect from this? And then we continue. Right, everybody's welcome. Anyway, how you doing today? Feeling good? Beginning of the week? How was it? Some good coffee. All right. So, I guess people are slowly trickling in. 3 people. Oh, there was an error on X. Oh no. No, it is running. No, it's not running. Man, is that the reason? Because today I stopped paying for the premium thing on Twitter, and I think now I can't broadcast anymore. Really? I mean, I understand. Alan needs money, right? Yeah, should I just pay for this? Today we will do without Twitter, right? Next time we do Twitter again. But I think people might not see, so that's a pity. That's a pity. What do you think? Do we need Twitter? I mean, you're on YouTube. All right, you're an Elixir developer from Ukraine. Hang on. Fuck, I always forget this. Is it Salva Ukraini? No, Slava Ukraini. I think that's yeah. Glory to Ukraine. That is okay. Well, working in the domain of media streaming, Membrane heavy. All right, yeah. Then you're in the right stream because we use Membrane for this project a lot. It's very interesting to see you're doing lots of stuff with it. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, so I actually I have some good news. So I was able to get to get the database running. So if you remember last week Friday, we worked 4.5 hours on this project, and the problem that eventually blocked us from kind of using the live stream here to try it out was that the database just didn't work, and it was a super base database, and eventually I figured out that I'm starting too many connections to it. So I'm so first of all, I mean, Fly always starts 2 machines for your application. I mean, I also reduced that to 1 machine now. But still, when you start 2 machines and then they have the pool size of 10, so they try to start like 20 connections. And then when you deploy a new application, it also will try to start 10 connections, right? So I needed to fix that a little bit. And what I did eventually is just I reduced the pool size to like 3. That's good enough. Like, we don't have a very read-heavy application here. But that was the reason, and then it worked once I reduced the connections, and the memory thing, like the memory load of the database was completely like at 90% or so. That's why actually it also timed out a lot. Yeah, but now it's fixed. So you can see that we have a website where I can come in as Peter. Well, anybody can come as Peter, to be honest, but whatever. And I can say it works. Boom, there you go. And that's amazing. That is amazing. So what I wanted to do today with you is to implement the live stream. Yeah, so I already have an RTMP server running here, and it is also protected by a stream key. And just for that, I also created a membrane core. I created a little issue here for the membrane team, because you might remember last time we worked with the RTMP server, it wasn't very clear to us how we can block clients from connecting to our RTMP server. And I messaged Mateusz about that on Twitter, and he said, please open an issue. So I did that. Because what we do right now is we just kind of make the connection explode if somebody doesn't have a stream key that is valid, which is not great, but it's all right. But it would be nicer to have a more gentle callback here, like a gentle stop, you know, don't connect to this client kind of message. So anyway, there's a ticket open for this. And you know what I would like to try? I would like to try to just push some data, push some video here to my to my live stream. Let's see whether that works. And it's been a weekend, so I've completely forgotten everything that we worked on. But I think we should be able to use the FFmpeg. Where was it again? I always forget. FFmpeg. Here. Was in Boombox? Yeah, like the command that we need here, this one. Okay. Okay, and this is the command, and now I'm not gonna do it to localhost, I'm gonna do it to Twitch clone fly.dev, and the port was 1935, streamer ABC123, and actually here I need to add a environment variable which is called stream key. So let's see whether this works. It did not. Cannot create the RTMP handshake response. Let's see what the fly logs were. Yeah. Okay, there was no request logged. Interesting. But wait, but we're starting it at, no, not a stream key. Wait, we had the stream and then the stream key. Yeah. Okay, let's just start this locally. Because, mix. All right, so we got our localhost running here. And now if I start, I think I made a mistake there somewhere. Yeah, well, now it's at FFmpeg 1935. Broken pipe. Yeah, all right, so my stream key wasn't correct. Stream key. Hang on. Wait, what's happening here again? I think I forgot to configure my stream key properly. How can that be? Yeah, it's ABC123. But I have it exposed in my runtime, in my env. Yeah, this goes in here. And in here. So yeah, for all environments except for production, I just want to use ABC123, and then in production, I'm actually fetching the stream key. So yeah. Yeah, fetch env, right? Boom. All right. Okay, let me start this one again. So now we have, yeah, so running here, and I think the stream key that we expect is now ABC123, right? So that's good. Okay, let's start our stream. It is streaming. However, our live stream does not update. Man, it's one of these things, right? Like last week, everything worked fine. Today it doesn't. There's an issue here. Jesus. What is the issue? Yeah, the loading. It's probably, I hate this. No. Ah, that worked. Okay, it just took a second. And it stopped again. It worked. All right, cool. So we got it running locally. I mean, how hard can it be now to do it in production, right? We got it running locally, and if I stop, that's weird. Like, why is there an error message? Ah, because I stopped the server? Hey. Sorry, I'm a little confused today. All right, so we got our WebSocket running. We start our stream. Our stream starts on the website. All good. We stop our stream. Stream stops. Okay. We start our stream. Stream doesn't restart. Well, if I refresh the page, it does. Stream stops. Done. Okay. We got it working locally. Now, how hard can it be to do this in production, right? So let's see. Yeah. So basically, I just need to update here the URL. So that's now Twitch clone fly dev port 1935 streamer. And then not ABC, but it, hang on one second. I just gotta check the stream key. Yeah. Okay, so wait, but if I do, I'm just checking that I'm actually injecting the correct stream key here. Yeah, I do. All right. So, you know, if I have this here as a environment variable, so stream key. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Cannot read RTMP handshake response. And there also has been no error logged. So I think I believe you should add additional config. Yeah, I think we did that last week. Here, if I go to my fly toml, you can see that I have, oh, sorry, I also need to change my font size again. There you go, that should be better. Yeah, you can see here, like I added these ports, 1935, as TCP. Hi, Mitch. Thank you for sending the hi when we join. How you doing, Mitch? By the way, if you're on YouTube, because my friend from Ukraine, I see that you're on YouTube, it might be easier to do this on Twitch, like the connection, the delay until I see your message and everything, that's much faster on Twitch. So if you head over to Twitch, it is PJ Ulrich. And then you can follow me there. But as you want. YouTube is fine too. Just saying that, you know, if you want to have a bit faster interaction, then Twitch is better. All right. But yeah, I think the issue here really is the port. So how can we find out which port we expose? Is there something like machine info or something. Status. Codon. API proxy. Let's look at the status. Yeah, also I only want one machine running here. Fly scale count 1. Because the other issue is like I connect to one machine and then that machine actually starts reading my RTMP the transmission, so the data that I'm sending, and it stores it on the local file system, you know, temporarily. But the problem is the other machine doesn't get that information. So if you as a viewer are connected to the second machine, you will not see the live stream. And if you then just refresh the page, you might actually be round robined to the first machine, and then you will see the live stream. So that's why it's a little. I just want to have one machine. It's fine for now. You got my live stream tutorials every 15 seconds. I probably will watch on the record and join on Twitch next time. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. It just says, please refresh your page. Oh, really? That's weird. Oh. All right. Well, yeah. I hope it works okay. Like, yeah, just Twitch is better, but let's try. All right. So let's see. Can we see something here from the status of the machine? No, we can just see machine ID, the instance, state, name, region, memory. That's it. Okay, let's find a way to fly just listening ports. Exposing multiple ports. If you need to expose additional ports, you will need to add a service section for each additional port. That's what we did here. Be sure to review your public network services page before proceed. In particular, if you want your port other than 8443 to be available in IP version 4, you will need to allocate a dedicated IP4 address. Really? Hey, thanks for joining. I think this here's the issue. Yeah, I mean, we have a port other than 80 or 443, and that's why we need to allocate an IP. Okay. Right, but also let's check the service section. Yeah, so an app can have one service section, multiple service section. And in here we do have an internal port, the port this service and application will use to communicate with clients. The default is 8080. We recommend applications use the default. With clients? No. Why would we what? Why is it 8080? Now, what are clients? Right. The other thing, be sure to review your public network services page before you proceed. Yeah, it's the IP4. All right, let me throw some money here and allocate an IP4. Looks like you're accessing a paid feature. Dedicated IP addresses now cost $2 a month. All right, I can, you know, I will make zero money with this live stream, but I think $2 that it's worth. But if you want to donate $2, feel free. You can always go to my website, peterorick.com. You can either buy my products or at the bottom of every. I deleted it. You know, if you don't want to donate to me, you can always donate with your email address to my newsletter. It's not gonna cost you anything. It's not gonna cost me anything. I'm not gonna spam you, but I'm just gonna keep you updated of what I'm doing. So might be interesting. Let's see. All right, but for now, yeah, we want to have a dedicated IP. So let's see. Now we have a dedicated IP address. Cool. Does anything happen to our machines? Is it relaunched or something? Okay. Yeah, here, restarting system. That's what I thought. Let's see. Let's wait until the machine restarts and then... that was 5 minutes ago. Well, let's just run our FFmpeg thing again. Let's see. Oh! Oh, do you see this? Do you see this? We are streaming. Well, the website doesn't work yet, but look at that. Oh! We are streaming. All it needed was the IP version for $2 a month, right? That's not too much to ask. So my friend from UK, and if you want to see me without delay, you can go to twitchclone.fly.dev and you will at least see the current video that I'm pushing. Okay, it's not going to give you much, but the next step that we're going to do is actually connect my streamer from that I'm having here to this RTMP server, and then you will be able to watch me there. Man, that was cool. All it took was the IP, and then our service thing here, and yeah, now it's working. You can see what I'm doing is from my local machine, I'm playing a video through FFmpeg to my server, and on the server, yeah, my website here has a player that's reacting to it. And yeah, you can also send me messages here. Also funny because now our chat window is really small, but that's okay. Yeah. So what happens if you all go to Twitch clone here, Twitch clone fly.dev. If you go to that URL, do you see the same? Do you see the video? Just, you can, in the video on the right side, you can just send a chat message. Mr. Poop Man. All right, yeah, there you go. 6 people. So 5 plus me. Do you see the user count here? There? 6 people, right? Does it say 6 for you too? So it's a pee poo poo man. Man, this is cool, isn't it? Look, we have a huge, we should, if we compare this to Twitch, as we like to do, I would say that, look, it's basically the same. Look, you have a very pixelated picture here, and then you go to mine, and it's just crystal clear, 1080p, quality is amazing. Awesome. This is cool, isn't it? We have our own little Twitch clone running. Here, look, the quality here is shit. And then you go to this awesome website and it's crystal clear. You can even, it's real-time communication. It takes milliseconds until I see your message. Yeah, we just need to fix the thing there, the width of the chat. But it's also okay for now. Cool. All right. The video resolution, I think it's 1440. So yeah, there's no downsampling here, so I guess it's also 1440p, to be honest. I'm not sure. Quality, playback, accessibility. No, I don't have any controls over the videos settings here. Well, our bitrate is 6,000. Okay. Speed 1. Here, that's the announcement. Not sure. Can I see that? MPEG 4 video. Get info. Macintosh. No, I don't. Yeah, but I think it's 1440p because I do all my videos in 1440 and then I let the platforms downsample it. All right. Now we have our own streaming platform where I can stream to you. Cool. So what are we gonna do next? We're gonna set up my restream thing, right? I'm gonna try to connect my OBS. So my OBS thing, this is the software I'm using to stream. It is going to something called Restream, and Restream then sends it to all these platforms like LinkedIn. Oh, here we need an X Premium to stream. Yeah, but yeah, it's connecting to YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn. So we can add a channel here, custom RTMP, and this would be. Now this would be our RTMP Twitch clone fly.dev 1935 stream, and now I need to find the stream key, but I'm just gonna make it part of the URL like I did before. Hello, thank you for joining. All right, let me just find my stream key. I'm gonna privatize pixelate here so that you don't see my super secret stream key. And I'm gonna add it here as a URL. I'm gonna hit add channel. And okay, here we go. So now I get my custom RTMP. I'm not very smart with these kind of things. Yeah, I have to update my stream key. I'm sorry about that. Okay. And I have to update the URL. Okay, cool. Here. Yeah, let me unprivatize this. So now if we go to the website, it says Peter not currently online. So let's see what happens if I turn on my custom RTMP. It's sending data. I'm not sure, maybe I got the wrong URL or something, or I need to add another stream key. Okay, let's see what our fly logs say. Error. Here, failed to copy. Could not proxy TCP data to and from instance, failed to copy. And I think that is because our stream key was wrong. Okay, so I need to fix the URL there. 1 second. Okay, edit settings. Probably have to. So now you can see that here, like the stream key is hidden. But I just have an RTMP Twitch clone fly def 1935 and then the stream key. So let's see what that does now. I think something is, oh, no, that's the same. File read. Oh, wait, hang on. It's working? Was working? It's working, right? Ah, look at that. Yeah, it says streaming. Ha. Cool. So let's see what the how you say the delay is. I'm curious what the delay from my OBS to Restream to my personal Twitch clone here. So Peter, I'm just gonna write the time in seconds. Can I find it somewhere? Well, I'm just gonna count it. Okay, test. All right, here we go. In 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 seconds. All right, that's how long it took from my OBS to Restream to my fly clone. Yeah, 13 seconds. But the cool thing now is that we have a live chat here. So if you go to the chat actually and you write something, I will be notified immediately. All right, that's awesome. Let's tweet about that. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, so what do we do now? What do you think we should be doing now? I mean, the last thing that I wanted to do is to set up Whisper, to have Whisper running and to transcribe my live stream more or less in real time. And we also already had an example for that. Let's see, I think here in Bumblebee there was a example. Now, was it membrane? Yeah, speech to text whisper. Here. I think it was membrane. Membrane. No, I think it was Boombox. Examples. Speech here. This one. Still cool that you can just go to the website, hit play. That's awesome. All right. What do you think? What should we do next? So I thought about doing whisper transcription. Is that something that you think would be interesting? Let me know. Let me know in our private chat or here. Hello, Potato. Glad that you joined. Fun. I can just refresh the page, hit play. Well, here, autoplay, block audio, allow audio and video. There you go. Yeah, so if I don't block it, it's working. Whisper looks good enough. Well, that sounds exciting. Hey, Abdul. Cool. Yeah, so I think we need to do two things, really. We first of all need to find a GPU where we can run, although Whisper also runs pretty fast on locally. So let me actually open my LiveBook here, and we had a the Boombox example. Oh, here, where's my development? Boombox. There. And then we had the examples. All right. Let's do the setup, because we do have the macro Twitch. Yeah, this one is Whisper. All right. Yeah, so let us test how fast this is locally. But I think Whisper should also run locally pretty fast, actually. It's a MacBook 2, an M2. So, yeah. 100. Hello. Is that you, Emil? My Norwegian friend? We're looking to Whisper now. 100. Man, I think this is so cool, honestly. Okay, sorry that you see everything like a million times. But it's just so cool that we have our own little Twitch clone running. All right, let's see. Our setup is working now. So this is our read speech audio from MP4, chunk by chunk, generate transcription. So let's do this. If we just evaluate it, what happens? It's downloading Whisper, I believe. So the idea is that we can ideally just add another Boombox connection. All right, it's working here. It is actually running the Sherlock sound, the MP4, and is transcribing everything with Whisper. Yeah. That is pretty amazing. All right. So we should be able to run this locally as well. So let me just speech to Whisper serving. Yeah. And we had this already last time, where we started in the Blue Sky sentiment analysis project. Here, Blue Sky. We also started our serving as part of our application. Where's my application? There. Yeah, like we started our, this is the bird sentiment analysis thing. Whoops. And we started it as part of our application tree, and down here we just load the model, we load the tokenizer, and then do the text classification. And I think we can do the same with our current server, our current application. But the other issue that we need to figure out then eventually is where to cache the models. Because if you, as you can see, like when I started this LiveBook, actually it was pretty fast. If I like rerun the setup, it was pretty fast in setting up this thing and then eventually to download the model because it cached the model locally. So now this is done, and if I just rerun the Whisper example here, you can see that now it's not re-downloading the Whisper model. It already downloaded it and it's in cache. And we want to do the same with our application, our production server, because you don't want to download the entire Whisper model every time your server starts, right? You want to load it from cache. And Fly actually has a blog post about that here, about the GPUs. And they do this by using what's that? Here, like a mount, a volume mount. And they set the Bumblebee cache directory to data cache Bumblebee. So that means that whenever an application starts, it will download from this cached, or it will look into that cache directory and download any models from there instead of downloading it again. All right, so, and also the XLA cache dir, yeah, so we can do this. But first, let's set this up locally. So I'm gonna do the Whisper serving. And yeah, basically, and we also need to, of course, add it to our mix. So there will be install Boombox, XLA Bumblebee. Yeah, now we need to rewrite all these into, and we have to find the so let's first have a look at, we need to find the versions basically. And I'll take the XPM. So here we got Bumblebee 053. We don't need Kino, but we need NX 090. Okay. XLA 090. And wait, there was Boombox. Boombox. I think there's just 01. Okay. 010 and Bumblebee. All right. Let's stop this all. Fetch our dependencies. We already have Boombox. Okay, we don't need that. And our Bumblebee 053 needs NX and NX07. Interesting. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so, well, we can, hang on, how did we start our serving again? Here, we did like an NX serving thing. So in our application, we need to also say NX serving, and then we do the Whisper serving, and we give it a name, which we call, wait, Whisper. Am I writing this right? I'm not sure how to write Whisper. Whisper. Hey, Tiago, how you doing? Whisper without a second H. Whisper serving. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any batch sizing or batch timeout. Yeah. Cool. All right, so now if we start our application, hang on, I need to install. So I did a very smart thing the other day, which is I removed my Z shell RC because I wanted to remove my history, my Z shell history, and exit. You know, it was just one of these brain farts thing where you don't think, you just press enter and you're like, no, I didn't want to do that. So I think I still need to install all the. Yes, okay. I need to install all the plugins, and I have these shortcuts here for Elixir, which is like mix depth get, actually becomes MDG. Thanks, Thiago. Taking a week off. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Are you working on anything or just really taking a week vacation? All right. So now I can just run IPS, which translates to IEX -S Phoenix server, mix Phoenix server. Right, and that gives me a mixed Phoenix server inside an IEX REPL, but I can just do IPS. Boom. All right. So now we're installing our dependencies, and then we're downloading EXLA. Oh, wait, before we do this, I always forget we also need to set up the backend. I did that last time, I forgot about this. And it took forever to just, here, this one. We need to set the default backend to EXLA in our config. And if you don't do that, then it will be super slow. All right, now we go again. So what's happening here? We are... All right, yeah, that's the other cool thing, because we already downloaded the Whisper model from our LiveBook, and LiveBook and Phoenix here locally, they share the same caching. So the Bumblebee cache folder is the same. So that's why it was super fast to just to start our application. It didn't need to download Whisper because it was already cached. Okay. But now what we need to do here. All right. I am planning to finish a project I'm doing so I can manage my podcast, and so I do not need to pay for Simplecast anymore. All right, that sounds like a fun project. How much is Simplecast though, Tiago? Probably like $9. $15. Okay. As long as you have fun. Okay, project. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. All right. Yeah, so what I wanted to do here, it's $15. Yeah. I mean, it's not nothing. I agree. But so the other thing, what I do, I'm not sure, but you probably have an active podcast still, right? Because I use Podbean. I used it like way back when, like in 2018. I had a podcast about the blockchain. You pay 5 times because of wonderful Brazil, yay! So yeah, I used Podbean back in the day, and I still have my podcast running there, and they're actually only $9, so that's already cheaper. However, what they don't list here, I believe, is the archive version. Probably they don't have it. Nah. So the thing is, when you have an old podcast like I do, you know, I have one from 2018, but I still want to keep it online because people sometimes, you know, want to listen to it, and it's part of my portfolio. And I wanted to basically delete it and move to something else. And they offered me a archive plan, which is like $2, $3 a month. And I was like, sure, you know, for $3 a month, you can keep it. But yeah, this one's already $9 a month, so that's slightly cheaper. Yeah. But yeah, if it's a cool project, maybe live stream it, yeah, like I did. Did you see that we actually? Oh well, if it was working. That we have a live stream running. Oh, so many text messages. Sorry, I missed them. Okay. Also, our stream didn't work. Okay, let's try this one again. Ah, okay, and we're back. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, probably because you're one of the few Portuguese-speaking podcasts in the field, and then people see it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, no, I need to check 2 chats. Maybe that's the next thing what we need to do. We need to add a method to send the text messages from the chat on the live side to the chat that I see here. So basically we need to send them back to Restream. I'm not sure how Restream does it though, but yeah. Also the live stream doesn't work 100% unfortunately on the website. But why? Yeah. Okay, we need to fix this in the future. Somehow our live stream is not streaming. Okay. All right. But first things first, we wanted to set up a whispered transcription thing. So, yeah, what I would like to do is just to set up a second Boombox thing here. Let's see whether that works. And yeah, basically here, this is the Boombox thing we need. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna call this start transcription for the client ref. Transcription. So yeah, this is our input is RTMP, so it's the same input. And our output is a stream that is audio only. Interesting, as an audio format, okay. Yeah, and now we run it against our serving, which we called whisper serving. Yeah. Okay, and we're gonna lock this thing. Okay, let's see whether that works. I don't know. Because now we have two Boombox streams running on the same client. I hope that's not going to be an issue where they both try to read data from the same client. I don't know. So let's restart the application. Okay, so what happens now if I go to localhost? Okay. And yeah, what if I start my FFmpeg thing? Here, FFmpeg, where is it? There. But it's not this port, it is 1935. I need to update it here too. 1935. All right. So if I stream, the video streaming, but we don't see any text output. Yeah. Also, we have the same issue here, it seems, with our local live stream and the... I think you should try live streaming, Thiago. I think you're good at that. You like people, you like talking to people, so why not? Yeah, well, our live stream works here, so that's good, but we don't see any... yeah, we don't see anything transcribed. Okay. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna disable this stream, the RTMP stream, and I'm just gonna try the other stream. Let's see. Because maybe the one thing happens, what I'm thinking, where you know, they're like two inputs or two things that are trying to connect to the same input, and one of them is just reading all the data and the other one doesn't get any data. That's what I was thinking. So if I now start my stream here, it's streaming. And okay, so at least we get an error. Interesting. NX serving run. All right. So at least we got an error here. Did I maybe... So let's see. But what's a no function close matching and NX serving run? What did we do in in our blue sky thing? Because I think we just called NX serving run on the named serving as well. Simplify it. Broadway. Oh, batch run. We did a batch run. Yeah. Maybe we do that too? No. Okay, well, it expects a serving. And input. But I'm not sure why. Ah, well, it's a name. And in our batch run, yeah, in the batch run, we only receive a name. And, oh, okay, so actually it's looking up the process by the name, and then it's running local batch run. So I think we can't give it the name alone. We have to find the PID. So here, the PID is process where is name. And we're just gonna give it the PID. Not sure. But now it's, nah, it's still not a, an NX serving, it's just a PID. Yeah. Okay, well now of course it doesn't match either. But how can we get the serving for a name? Ah, my live stream is still working. Happy about that. Yeah. Callbacks in it. Yeah, otherwise we just try batch run. Yeah, let's just do a batch run. Batched run, because that seems to be working fine. Let's see, do we... Let's see whether the input is correct. We might need to like put it in a list or something. Okay. Wait, connection refused. Let's start now. Okay. Nothing's happened. Ah, look at that. Hey, we have transcriptions running. Ah, that is awesome. I love Elixir. I love it so much. It's just like, okay, you have to get the things, you have to like, you know, make sure that the things work well together, that you plug the right things in the right spots. But then once you have it running, it's like a couple of lines of code. Here, look, we have transcriptions running. Isn't that awesome? And my live stream here is still working too, so that's good too. What do you think? Are you excited? Mind-blowing, isn't it? It is mind-blowing. Super nice. Thank you, Tiago. Yeah. Well, this is interesting. Why? Oh, our live view is now playing it as well. Yeah, well, that's the issue. Well, okay, let's see. I think we need to figure out one more thing, which is to have two inputs working at the same time. Like what we can do now again is just to enable the other input. Like I'm just gonna turn them around. Let's see, because again, I have that feeling that our Boombox input, like like one input will just read all the data and then the data is gone. You know, it's not. Output enumerable. Stream. Yeah, so we can only do one Boombox at the same time. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what I mean is basically, you know, you have like one source and you have two competing processes, and only one process will get the data and the other process will never get the data. And that's why we could only see the live stream but not see the whisper thing working. So now I turned them around. So my expectation is that if I start my live stream, my streaming here, is that we will not see a live stream here. We will only see the transcription. All right, let's hit this thing. It is streaming. Okay, well, that's good. We do get transcriptions. I'm not sure about this live stream, whether it's using the old segments or the current segments. I don't think it's using the. Yeah, and it stopped again, and it's starting now over. Yeah. So yeah, if we actually look in the folder here, in the temp folder for stream, you see that there are no, like the transcription is running. Yeah, but the transcriptions are running, but our like streaming HLS is not running. Okay. I'm just gonna delete all these here just to make sure that I'm just gonna delete this. Right. All right, yeah, so this now poses the question, how can we reuse one input for two different output streams? And I don't think Boombox is able to do that. They only have one input, one output. Let's see, maybe the documentation says something. Yeah, multiple outputs. Oh, yeah. Oh. Can we define multiple outputs? Wait, where is Boombox? Huh. Let's see the hex docs. Module Boombox functions run. So the output, the output can only be one thing. Can we maybe stream? I'm thinking, like, can we go from one stream? So can we go from one input to one stream output, like this one here? So I'm thinking, can we go from one input to one stream output, and then we go from that stream output to two other stream outputs? Not sure. I mean, the problem there is also that audio binary, Boolean, video image, Boolean. Client handler. HLS. You know, my problem here is basically, well, we could say, give me a stream output from the input. And then from that stream, we pass it to two other Boombox pipelines. But the problem with streams is that, yeah, like if one of the pipelines asks for the next data point, like that data point is not available anymore to the next data point. You know, so that is, yeah, I don't know how to do this. Jesus. I mean, here in Boombox, we can really only define one output. And unfortunately, we can also not add the HLS output as an input. Like here, we can only have MP4. I mean, we could go through an MP4. Run. Hello, how you doing? What's my stack? My stack is Elixir. Yeah, Elixir Lang. It's Elixir, LiveView, which is the web framework, or Phoenix LiveView. It's pretty cool. Come on. Yeah, I think maybe what we're trying to do here is not possible with Boombox alone. All right, readme membrane T plugin. This package provides elements that can be used to branch, stream, processing, and pipeline. That's exactly what we want. Thank you. Yeah, it's just I don't think we can use Boombox anymore. I think Boombox is a bit too. The advantages of Elixir. Well, there are three. Well, there are many, but three main ones. So one of them is the operational simplicity. So with other stacks, you might need to pull in a lot of third-party libraries to get things done. You know, like if you work with Ruby and Rails, you need to pull in like Redis, you know, as an external global state. With Elixir, that's just built in. You know, if you want to do like message passing between multiple servers, it's built in. You don't need to use something like a message queue in between. You don't need React, or you don't need any JavaScript on the front end, at least not for, you know, relatively like simple websites up to a certain point where it becomes, you know, very complex. But you can also do a lot with just LiveView, so you can build reactive websites with it very quickly. So yeah, it just simplifies the whole stack. You don't need to have, you know, 3 different languages and 5 different additions and plugins. It's all one language. Everything works really nicely. Which is brings me to the second plus point, which is it avoids company killers. That's how Bruce Tates, who's an educator in the field, he puts it that way. So you have companies basically when they start with an easy stack, and then they scale and they grow, and at a certain point they hit a point where they can't scale anymore that well with their own tech stack, right? So if you think about Rails, Ruby and Rails, at a certain point you just need to spin up like hundreds of servers, and that's going to cost you. So at a certain point, depending on your technology, on your product, your technology will block you, right? And Elixir is like very capable of actually bringing you past that point without any problems. So you can scale from 0 users to 10,000 users, and you don't need to worry about too much. You know, it's pretty efficient for running web requests. So like for any website, it's really efficient. So there are many stories where they went from 150 Ruby servers to like 5 Elixir servers. So that's great for, costs. That's great for ops. You don't need to have a huge like Kubernetes cluster and orchestrate 150 servers. You just have like 3 plus 2 reserve ones. So that's great. And the third one is just the productivity. You can do a lot of things very quickly with very little code, and just it makes you like a very powerful developer. As a single developer, you can get really far very fast. So you don't need to hire like 10 developers. You might need to have like 2 or 3, and you can do the same stuff. And there are also teams out there who fired like they fired like 10 React developers because they switched over to LiveView, and then they had the same amount of backend developers, and they just were able to, like, they were so productive that they could pick up the slack for a team of like 20 before, right? So it's not great for the React developers, but they weren't needed anymore. So yeah, these are the advantages of Elixir. All right. All right, coming back to the T thing. So the problem here will be that we need to move away from Boombox. I don't think we can use Boombox anymore. It's cool and high level, but it doesn't allow for multiple outputs. So I guess we need to set up our own pipeline here. But it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, we got the Algora. Algora. Yeah, we got the Algora pipeline actually. Here the HLS. Storage HLS. And they go. Yeah. But maybe we can also keep it really simple. Like maybe we can keep it simple in such a way that we just have one input thing here. Yeah, I'm gonna head to the toilet real quick, and then we will continue with this. But it seems to Yeah, I hope we can somehow use Boombox. Like, I would like to just like put this T plugin somewhere in the middle, and then to run this pipeline. Alrighty, cool. Have a good one. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. See you then. All right, folks, I'm back. I also heard that our little live website here is not working, which is probably a fault of Restream, not our fault, to be honest. Well, here it says it's streaming, but it's not. Let's try this one again. There you go. It's streaming again. I mean, this is not foolproof, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we got that figured out again. Yeah, alrighty. So we need to figure out the Here the pipeline basically. Let's see, they also had a pipeline. Got a bunch of stuff here. HLS. No. All right, let's take a step back. So what I like to understand is how can we use this T plugin to build on top of the... Oh, there was something. Yeah, so for example, this person. Ah, it's Kevin, isn't it? Yes. So this person, they created a membrane pipeline where they have a file source and then they demux it and have some audio parser, AC decoder, converter, and then they actually have a whisper sync. Yeah. So that's how they try to do it. Maybe we can... Ah, here's a repo even. Ah, it's from Lars. He's nice too. Fancy whisper, real-time whisper. Where's the pipeline, Lars? Amplitude. Element timestamp per real time. No, this is the handler. Whisper. All right, so yeah, what I would like to try somehow is whether we can somehow configure Boombox to give us an output that we can then run through the T plugin. And then from those, yeah, we generate the HLS and the HLS output. I don't know. Push output T master. Yeah, basically, how does Boombox and membrane work together? You know, that's something else. Maybe there's some examples here. What we could do though, we could use WebRTC in the middle. So here, what they do somewhere, I'll put I mean, what I was thinking is we can maybe use our RTMP and then send it to a WebRTC output. And then we go from WebRTC and we run it to HLS and to Whisper. But I'm not sure. Because here, that's where actually where they receive an WebRTC output. Yeah, so in this situation, oh, wait, hang on. They actually do have an example here. Look, that's where actually, yeah, so they have an input, which is an MP4, and then they have an output, which is AppRTC. And they just use a signaling channel. And then from this signaling channel, they create an MP4. Yeah, we could reuse this for our purposes. So what is the membrane WebRTC signaling channel? So many things here. Signaling channel. Channel for sending WebRTC signaling messages between membrane elements and other WebRTC peers. The flow of using the signaling channel is the following. You create it with new. You register the peer process, the one to send and receive signaling messages. Pass the signaling channel and send and receive signaling messages. All right, let's try that. Interesting. See, it can be so easy. There's no WebRTC, so does it still work? Yeah. Hello. All right, cool. Let's try that. So Z here. In here, we create a new channel. And in here, like we do, instead of a HLS output, we do a WebRTC output. So here. Okay. And now we get a task back, and yeah, basically we do as input, we use the WebRTC signaling. All right, so this is not this one. And we're gonna do the same here, WebRTC signaling. All right. Okay, so let's see whether that works. Where's our localhost? 4000, okay. Now, let's restart the application. Start the website. Okay, so now if we start our stream, oh, we got an exception here. For oh, so they have an address already in use. For what? Let's see what's happening here. Lots of red. Erlang map get. Okay, let's just stop one of them. Let's just only have one output to see whether that works. No. Okay, so we need to first figure out our So the address is already in use for the RTMP server listener run. Address already in use. What's happening here? And the error comes from our RTMP server. That's this one. Am I like, have I started it in a different tab or so? Let's see. Nothing's really happening here. Okay, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening here either. Let's restart the stream. And then it's address already in use. Interesting. What kind of address? Would that be the WebRTC address? Okay, let's check out the examples again. Also with the signaling, can we do something interesting like here new? No, it doesn't have any options, so we can't really define a port or something. Yeah, let's try this one, evaluate. It's running, and then we evaluate this one. Ah, wait, it's just transcribing it into a video file. Interesting. And then it's playing this one. Yeah, anyway, folks, I'm not sure whether we will... Maybe I just reach out to the Membrane folks again to see what they have to say. Because what could be happening here is that actually in this situation we get an MP4 file and we write it to an MP4 file, right? So in the other, like in our situation here, we actually try to convert it from RTMP to HLS. I'm not sure, maybe that's the issue here. Well, we can also try the transcription. Maybe that one is working. No. What is this one? It's already in use. Invoke MFA. Client ABF. Well, all right. I mean, our RTMP plugin is trying to start a listener, and the address is already in use. So I guess it's just starting twice. Oh, really weird. All right, folks. I think I will call it a day for today. But we already got much further. We have our live stream running now, so that's cool. And over here, yeah, still working. So that's cool. We got our little chat app here working as well. And we got Whisper running locally, but only, you know, as one output, so to say. We can't do live streaming and the output at the same time. So I'm gonna reach out again to the Membrane team. Sorry to them for asking them all these questions. But yeah, it would be interesting to know how can we, how can we basically like split the output into like 2 outputs. So yeah, I'm gonna ask about that, and maybe they have a cool answer. And yeah, so I think I will continue on Friday with this. Maybe tomorrow if I have an answer. Let's see. Like on one of these days, like Wednesday or Thursday. But as soon as I have an answer, then I'm going to continue this, because I still would like to add the live transcription somewhere here, right? Maybe on the left side. Like there will be, well, this side. You know, and then you have a nice live transcription on the left side. You have the chat on the right side and the video in the middle. And then we're better than Twitch. By a lot, I would say. But yeah, until then, we need to first understand how can we set this up with either Membrane directly or ideally Boombox. And yeah. All right, I will let you know. You know, follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and so on, and then you will hear when I'm gonna go live again. But probably it's gonna be one of these days. But like Friday, the latest. So I think Friday will be the maybe one of these days, but for sure on Friday. All right. Thanks for stepping by. We're coming by. And I wish you a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.